I would like to welcome Deepika Shah to a Coaching Hub interview, and she is a mindset empowerment coach. And so, Deepika, what I would like to ask you right out of the gate is, what is your favorite coaching tip that you'd like to pass on to all of your future clients?
I would like to tell them that it's very important that how much ever busy you are, you need to attend sessions and complete your homework before we meet the next time. Because that way I can help you like in your progress. Because if I don't know that how well you have done your homework, I will not be able to move forward with you.
I really appreciate you saying that so much, Deepika, because when I'm working with people, the whole piece about doing the homework and being ready for the conversation, if that doesn't happen, then the coaching session is going to quickly fall apart and I can't do my job, and then they're definitely not going to be able to do theirs. So I appreciate it.
Yes, correct. Yeah. Yeah.
And so one of the things that we're always interested in knowing is your story about why you became a coach. Is it have anything to do with who you are or an experience that you've had?
So I always loved teaching, but the thing is that going into coaching was because of one of the reasons. And that reason was because I experienced something very spiritually powerful. And because I was going through something similar in my life, and at the exact that time I experienced this. So that's the reason I'm so, inclined towards teaching other females about it. So what happened was basically, I know I almost lost my life, but I think because I have been praying so much that just send someone to help me, because I was going through a bad breakup and I've had a rough childhood. But I always kept praying. I never left that belief that okay, there is someone. So I always went to church to pray to God. And once when I was traveling, I almost fell from that local transport that I traveled through, that's my train. And I think someone just pushed me from behind, in spite of me being the last person. So because of that, I didn't fell off, and it just saved me. And that was such a big eye opening. And then because of that, I went and I met few people who are really spiritually, they were like too much good in it. They were like good meditors, and I went to those teachers and it taught me everything. And that's when I realized that my guardian angels who had protected me. And today I even know their names. They're called as Crystal and Charlie. So that's the reason I want to teach other females that whatsoever problem must be going in life, there is actually someone who's listening to you. You just need to connect to that source energy, and it just changes just about everything in life.
I really appreciate hearing that story about how you were on that train and how you were going to lose your footing and that you just got that shove. And so that's a really great analogy about what coaching is. It's really about being that person that's listening, that sounding board, and giving somebody a little nudge in the right direction. So I really appreciate that story. And the next question that I have for you, Deepika, is what kind of coaching do you provide, and what is your high level view of your process?
So I believe in one-on-one coaching, because the thing is that I don't believe in group coaching, because everyone comes with a different set of problems. So you cannot actually generalize them. Like you can generalize that in business, but you cannot do that when you're dealing with something called as minds, because everyone is born with something different. So what I do is that I provide only one-on-one coaching, and the process is that they have to like whatever I like homework that I give them, like I give them worksheets. Then the most important thing I stress on is video recordings. So whatever they are doing, they need to create a vlog instead of writing, because when you're writing you tend to miss out certain things, but then when you're creating a vlog, you're actually documenting yourself as you move from A to B. So what happens is at the end of the sessions you can actually come to know that okay, I was here today because of 1 week session, I'm here. So that motivates, that's like self-motivating you to move forward again. So that's how it's done.
That's really interesting. I haven't heard of anybody having their clients record a video log. And so I like what you're saying. Writing is one thing, but then having it as a reminder to be able to go back to at that point in time. So I think that's really interesting.
Thank you.
So one of the other questions that I have is, in the process that you just described, and this is the vessel of your ship or what you're looking for in the end result or destination for your client, How do you know when they've gotten there?
So the thing is that in mindset, I deal with two things in particular. That's relationship and rough childhood. So I truly believe, that these two things, because as we are growing up, most of our habits are formed in our childhood, and then they get solidified when we are in our teenage. So as soon as we are growing up, and then if we go into a relationships, these two things affect our personality too much. So if I'm able to, because of this, if you have some pain, that will reflect in your adult life. So the minute you're able to heal the pain of your past, your results will be different than what they were before. Like for example, if someone was bullied as a childhood in child, so when they grow up and they go into your office or when in their teenage, they will think that, okay, if I was bullied as a child, subconsciously they will have that memory that I may get bullied here also. And that happens. Most of the kids who are bullied as kids, they are bullied as teenagers and as adults also. So that pain just keeps increasing. So the quality, the productivity of their life changes to such an extent that they're able to actually focus on the things that they really need to do in life, rather than just carrying that pain with them, and just giving that energy to that. So that's the change they do it. They are able to live a much different life than they were living before.
You're exactly right. Who we were in the past and the things we experienced, it shapes who we are, but it isn't
Yeah.
who we ultimately become. And you're right, moving that person forward and beyond those experiences and taking something and learning from them, but then growing in the future. And
Yeah.
so one of the other things that we really like to ask all of our coaches is, what qualities do you think are present in the ideal match of someone that you would enjoy working with?
The most important thing I look for is that I don't do free discovery calls or something like this, because someone who's always interested in doing only free or something, they're really not invested in themselves. So if you want to hire a coach, the most important quality I look is that they should be self motivated to change, because that is not something that you can bring into someone. They should have that self motivation from within, that okay, I have lived my life like this for enough, for far enough. Now it's the time I need to change. So that self motivation should be there, because when that's there, there's no room for excuses. Whatever you tell them, they're right on spot. They know it. Okay, I have to do it because I have hired this person, and this person is capable of taking me from A to B. So I don't need to give excuses that my kid was not well, or I had to go and do my this work, that's I was not able to complete this. So that. So the most important thing look is that self motivation, and second, they should be ready to invest. Because most of the time I see is that they'll come and talk to a coach and they're like, okay, I don't have money now, or I just spent on something. And these are just excuses to not improve yourself. So that self motivation is the biggest thing, and the second is that they should be ready to invest their time, money, energies into doing what I'm saying there.
I really appreciate that you bring that up, because excuses can keep us from doing things. We all
Yeah.
have, but so it really boils down to, are we motivated that we want to change, and are we willing
Yeah.
to have the resources to get there? So I
Yeah.
agree with that approach. And honestly, if you're a person that's looking for a coach, that's what you want to have in the person that's going to be working with you. You want that same commitment. And so I would like to wrap up our video today about asking you where people can find you when they would like to connect with you, and setting up a time to work with you. So what is
So
it?
though there are two ways that they can actually contact me. The first one is my Instagram. It's my Instagram handle is focused mind power, because I think that if your mind is really focused, you can do just about anything. So that's the address, focused mind power. And the second, they can just email me. My email is work, WORK, and short form for focused mind power, that is FMP. So for work, fmp@gmail.com.
Thank you for coming and interviewing with me today. It's been a real pleasure.
Thank you.